We have had a large amount of traffic, especially the start and the end of the weekend.
Labor Day traffic reaching pre-pandemic levels as this weekend comes to a close. How the Ohio State Highway Patrol is making their presence known. Then,
the Pike County Massacre trial delayed once again. The reason why the trial needs a new start date. And
I love festival atmospheres, just like the excitement that it brings.
Kettering's Holiday at Home Festival wrapping up tonight. What officials hope the city gets out of this event. Plus,
we still have some showers out there, but drier times are ahead. I'll have that for you coming up.
Live on ABC 22, you're watching Dayton 24/7 now.
The holiday weekend is coming to an end this evening, but Ohio State Highway Patrol making its presence known on the roadways. Thanks for joining us. I'm Adam Merrill.
And I'm Bryn Caswell. Megan has the night off. Today I spoke with OSHP about Labor Day travel being the busiest weekend in the last 3 years, reaching pre-pandemic levels. Take a listen.
The sound of getting pulled over. Just know that this Labor Day weekend, it's for your safety and the safety of others.
Are people out there to show a presence, remind people to drive safely, to slow down? We want them to pay attention to what they're doing.
The Ohio State Highway Patrol is out in full force.
We have had a large amount of traffic, especially the start and the end of the weekend, with people leaving and then coming back home.
AAA predicts millions of Americans hit the road versus taking to the sky. Lower gas prices playing a big factor, with the national average today at $3.78 per gallon from record highs of $5 in June.
Gas prices have come down, but I'm not confident they're going to stay down.
Today, OPEC and allied oil-producing countries, including Russia, cut oil supplies by 100,000 barrels per day, leaving many wondering if this is the final holiday with reduced prices at the pump.
Gas out about October is going to go up about 40 or 50 cents a gallon, in my opinion, so we'll see.
While it's tough to predict gas prices come fall, make sure getting home this weekend is.
Hopefully they did get out, they were able to have some fun, but we'd like them to get home safely now that the weekend's winding down.
OSHP says crashes did happen this weekend, many of which Sergeant Davis says are often attributed to distracted driving and speed. Don't hesitate to call pound 677 to report impaired or reckless driving. OSHP takes those calls very seriously.
New video into our newsroom tonight. Take a look. Northeast Ohio saw severe weather this weekend. This is flooding that happened in Boardman Township, about 15 minutes south of Youngstown. You can see those cars struggling to get through those high waters.
A live look now over downtown Troy. A rainy weekend brought flood washes across the Miami Valley. We now bring in our forecaster, Nick Dunn. Nick, we could continue to see some wet days ahead as we get through this Labor Day weekend and head into the work week.
Yeah, we are tracking. We've had a wet weekend, and thankfully now as at the top of the hour here, our flood watch has been allowed to expire. So and that includes for us from the Miami Valley, back through Columbus, and even through the rest of the state as well. Patchy fog is starting to develop. I was just checking some of the visibilities. Nothing really bad yet, but it is starting to develop just a little bit. So watch for that as you get into tomorrow morning. And we'll continue to track drier weather as we head towards the middle and latter portions of next week. Still a few sprinkles out there this evening, and you can see the last really showers out there back towards Columbus. A few sprinkles down into Butler County as well. Looking outside at our Kettering Health Sky Cam, we've dropped to 70 now as at the top of the hour. Still a very muggy 67 with a light northeast wind, and temperatures across the region are in the 60s to around 70 for most. Coming up, we'll track that patchy fog, and I'll let you know when we finally will get a few consecutive dry days.
Nick, thanks. We're still following updates tonight after this weekend's news that Richmond, Indiana officer Sierra Burton was transferred to a hospice facility in Indiana. Burton was removed from life support on Thursday. She was shot on August 10th while responding to a traffic stop in Indiana. She was then flown to Miami Valley Hospital, where she stayed in the ICU until this past Saturday. We'll continue to provide you updates on her condition as we learn any new information here on air and online.
Now a business is helping honor Officer Burton. Warm Glow Candle Company selling handmade custom candles with 100% of the proceeds going to the Richmond Police Department's K-9 unit, which Sierra was a part of. They're $19.95 each and are vanilla scented. The candles are 100% hand dipped in Indiana. They've already sold out once, so if you'd like to buy one, you can go over to the company's Facebook page or website for more information.
The wait will continue for the Pike County murder trials. A court filing revealed that the trial is being delayed after someone involved in the case got sick. George Wagner IV new trial date set for next Monday, September 12th. Wagner is one of 4 members of his family charged with killing 8 members of the Roden and Gilly families in 2016. His younger brother Jake and his mother Angela have already pleaded guilty to either carrying out the murders or helping to plan them. Prosecutors say the killings came after a custody dispute involving Jake Wagner and Hannah Roden's daughter. We're following breaking news out of Tennessee tonight. Memphis police say they have found a body. Now this comes as the department has been searching for a missing teacher, Liza Fletcher, for days. At this time, the department has not confirmed if the person was found was her. We first told you about this story over the weekend. Police say the mother of two was kidnapped while jogging early Friday morning. One man, Cleotha Abston, was arrested in connection to the kidnapping. According to an arrest affidavit, police found his DNA on a pair of sandals found near where Fletcher was last seen. An investigation into her disappearance and the body that was found is ongoing. Police say they will provide an update as soon as they learn more.
Former President Donald Trump is getting his wish for a special master granted by a federal judge. The special master is a third-party attorney who will review materials that FBI agents seized from Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate. The appointment means the DOJ will have to pause its review on the seized documents until the special master's review is complete. Both sides have until Friday to submit a list of potential candidates for the position. Federal prosecutors are discussing the next steps to take, which could include an appeal.
COVID-19 cases are starting to rise as we move into the fall season. This map from the CDC groups COVID-19 transmission by county. Orange is high transmission, yellow medium, green is low. You can see Montgomery and Preble counties are both considered high transmission. Greene, Clark, Darke, and Logan counties are yellow. And the CDC is labeling every other area in the Miami Valley as low.
Ahead of a potential surge in COVID-19 cases this fall and winter, the FDA is approving another round of booster shots. Those shots are for those aged 12 and older. The new bivalent booster vaccine targets Omicron subvariants. The CDC is expected to vote on Thursday on whether or not to support the booster shots for use. Local health experts say while the shots haven't been tested on people, there's no need to worry.
What they have simply done is added the RNA material for the Omicron. So there is really no expectation that there is anything different.
Pfizer expects to deliver 3 million doses this week. Shipments are scheduled to arrive in Montgomery County as soon as tomorrow.
The vaccine will also be available at all your regular providers. So pharmacies as well will have that. So if that's more convenient for you, you can certainly go there as well.
Moderna's updated booster vaccine has also been authorized for those 18 and older. Doctors say to wait 2 months if you've recently received the booster shot. The city of Kettering hosted its annual Holiday at Home.
The event meant to encourage locals to stay at home and support small businesses. And Clara Faith is live in studio tonight, sharing how it's bringing the community together as well. Clara?
The rain stayed away today for the festival. I spoke with several attendees who said they needed this festival before heading back to work tomorrow.
Holiday at Home has been a tradition in Kettering for 65 years. Organizers say this celebration is unique because it has a long history of bringing the community together.
I love festival atmospheres, just like the excitement that it brings and the sense of community that it brings.
In order to promote awareness of their purpose, the Cincinnati Ghostbusters, a group that raises money for Make-A-Wish, came to the celebration.
It's an honor to be a part of the Holiday Home Parade. It's such a tradition. I'm from here. I'm a Centerville kid, don't hold that against me, but it's nice that they allowed us to be here, and we just want to put smiles on the faces of kids.
Organizers say the huge attraction is the local bands. This couple who is visiting with friends say they enjoy people watching and listening to the music the most.
You know, Cindy's been here before, but this is the first time I've ever been even to the phrase of this park. We're just talking. You know, and we were sitting over close to the music. We enjoyed the music. You know, the first band we liked a lot.
Many found themselves dancing and enjoying the music when the band performed. Jim Snow was in attendance and says he and his friends dance as if there's no tomorrow.
We love the food, we love the music. The Fries band are personal friends of ours, as are the Five band. The band with 4 people that are called Five.
According to the organizers, this tradition will continue in Kettering to build relationships amongst the community.
Organizers say they're already thinking about next year's Holiday at Home event and thanking everyone who came out today. Now back to you.
New video released in the shooting of Jayland Walker. The latest details shown from these shocking body camera videos.
I'm Angela Brown in Washington, D.C. Consumers are cutting back to save money during record high inflation. But one industry is seeing a surge, and it all boils down to what we see in the mirror.
And showers are starting to come to an end here this evening, but we're tracking some fog for tomorrow morning as well. Here's a look at your Kettering Health Skycam. You're watching Dayton 24/7 Now News.
You're watching Dayton 24/7 now.
Right now, workers have the upper hand. Unemployment is low. Millions of jobs are open. Angela Brown shows us how the demand for flexible hours is extending to industries you may not expect, like manufacturing.
When you think about remote work or flexible hours, you may think of white-collar jobs like an IT or an accountant. But now workers on the assembly line or in warehouses are demanding flexible hours, and in some cases, they're getting it. Amazon launching Family Flex last year. They say to give frontline employees more flexibility, allowing some to create their own schedule with anytime shifts. The Wall Street Journal reporting logistics supplier Jodis said more than 110,000 hours of work have been done using the company's flexible shift program on a phone app called Shift. Career specialist Julie Balke says workers are gaining more control of their lives.
So it gives people options, flexibility, the ability to flex up if they need more hours, and the ability to flex down if they've got something going on at home that they have to manage. So even though it's not as flexible as work from anywhere, it gives people choices and options.
A recent survey from Future Forum tracking more than 10,000 workers found that 94% want to set their own hours, and flexibility ranks second, only to pay in terms of job satisfaction. And Gen Zers place a higher value on work-life balance. Flex Jobs found that 75% of Gen Zers say that workplace flexibility is the #1 employee benefit they are looking for.
So we are moving toward a place where by the year 2030, only 1% of the workforce is going to be boomers. And so you can't run a young workforce that's completely sees the world differently. You can't run them with a boomer mentality. And you can pound your fist on the desk all you want, but it's not going to work.
The fear for companies is that productivity will go down. Experts who are tracking our changing workforce, they recommend that companies do a test run of work flexibility and also compare quarterly financial reports before and after the switch. In Washington, D.C., I'm Angela Brown.
President Joe Biden celebrating Labor Day in Pittsburgh. The president delivering remarks to the United Steelworkers of America. He spoke on the importance that workers and unions have had on the legacy of the country.
Look, you've heard me say it before. Wall Street didn't build the middle class. Wall Street didn't build America. The middle class built America, and unions built the middle class. That's just a fact.
Political leaders in Ohio and across the country, they are weighing in on the Labor Day holiday. Lydia Bice at the touchscreen tonight with their tweets on the day. Lydia?
Ohio Governor Mike DeWine took to Twitter to say, "Our country was built by the men and women who roll up their sleeves and put in the hard work every day so that communities and families can thrive. Wishing a very happy Labor Day to those who make our great country run with dedication and dignity." Senator Rob Portman tweeted, "Today we celebrate the men and women who make up the greatest workforce in the world. I am proud of the many Ohioans and their contributions that propel our nation forward." Senator Sherrod Brown quoted one of his previous tweets about the labor movement and said, "This Labor Day we honor the workers who built this country and continue to power it today. Workers risked everything to form unions and build our middle class. Today we commit to fighting for every worker to have a voice on the job and have their hard work pay off." President Barack Obama says, "Labor Day is about celebrating the working class men and women whose grit and resilience built our country and made our economic progress possible." Don't forget, you can follow us across social media for the latest news and updates at Dayton 24/7 Now. Back to you.
And I'm forecaster Nick Dunn in tonight for Chief Meteorologist Natalie Walters. In between those showers we had today, we did make it up to 83 degrees, which is right about where we should be for this time of the year. We did start off this morning at a very tropical 70 degrees. That feels more like June and July compared to September. As we continue to move along here, showers are ending for tonight. Patchy fog is already starting to develop. Again, I'm starting to see just some of that, especially across our northwestern counties, and it's looking drier from middle to late week. Again, just a few light sprinkles and showers out there this evening. If you have some fog, you might even find a little bit of mist out there from time to time, but really the rain has really moved away from us for this evening. Those showers towards Columbus might try to drift into Greene and Clinton counties a little bit later on, but I think the chance of rain is continuing to diminish. Butler County was the big winner for rain over the last few days. Over 8 inches of rain according to radar estimates. There was at least one confirmed report of 6.5 inches. Looking at our current temperatures over our Kettering Hill sky came in downtown Dayton at 70 degrees. It feels like 70 with a dew point of 67. We just can't get rid of this humidity, but a change is on the way. Temperatures, not much of a variety here this evening, upper 60s to mid 70s, and we'll see those temperatures for everybody fall back into the 60s by tomorrow morning. Looking at dew points, a lot of us are in the 60s. We're just left with one reading at Middletown there at 72. So hopefully that's a sign that our humidity is going to start dropping here very soon. At the bus stop in the morning, some patchy fog, a few pop-ups in the afternoon with temperatures getting to the mid 70s by lunch and lower 80s by the end of the day. Looking at our muggy meter, again, we'll see humidity dropping towards Wednesday evening, but unfortunately it's going to rise back up as we get into the weekend, and that means another chance of rain. Looking at our lawn forecast, again, we're going to have to cut the grass after all this rain we've had. Tomorrow, probably be a little wet still, and we'll still have a few chances of showers and thunderstorms, but looking better for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Looking at future casts again tomorrow morning, some patchy fog first thing in the morning. I don't expect it to be overly dense, but a few pockets of dense fog can't be ruled out. By tomorrow afternoon, clouds and a few showers out there possible. Wednesday morning, we're waking up with temperatures in the 50s to around 60, and maybe some patchy fog once again, and we'll see temperatures get into the 80s for your Wednesday. So for the rest of tonight, some patchy fog, a few showers. Those are starting to diminish now as we speak. The chance of thunderstorms looks really slim, by the way, for the rest of the night tonight. For tomorrow, warm and humid, a few afternoon pop-up showers or downpours with highs in the lower 80s. Looking at the next 7 days for you, we have 3 dry days. This will be really nice compared to the last several days we've had for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, looking pretty good. Saturday and Sunday's rain chances right now looking scattered, not widespread, but we'll watch for model trends on that as we continue to move along. And hopefully we'll start next week not just drier, but look at that, maybe highs in the mid 70s. That feels more like fall.
Nick, thank you. Akron police are releasing more video after the deadly police shooting of Jalen Walker. Now, while much of this video is redacted, we still do want to warn you some may find it difficult to watch.
Hey, who else shot? All right, anybody who shot, go over here for me. Everybody okay? Everybody okay? All right. Everybody make sure they're good. Let's take a deep breath. Let's start getting figured out, okay?
24 video clips that were released shows the next 4 hours after the shooting. In several of them, gunfire can be heard, as well as officers trying to see if Walker was armed. Another video shows Walker appear to raise his arms to his chest before officers handcuff him. An autopsy revealed Walker was shot 46 times. Walker was not armed at the time of the shooting. A gun was, though, found later in his car following a chase between Walker and police.
A car crash in Ohio has left 1 man dead and as many as 21 others injured. The Lima Fire Department sharing these pictures to Facebook. Ohio State Highway Patrol says a semi-truck couldn't stop in time as it came up on traffic that was moving slowly. The truck then caused a chain reaction crash between 2 other semis and 6 cars. Joseph Schwartz of Fairfield was killed. 11 people were taken to the hospital while the rest were treated at the scene.
A legacy 2 decades in the making. OSU's 2002 title team's reunion. And the story from that team that we're hearing for the first time.
You're watching Dayton 24/7 Now News.
As Ohio State fought their way to an ugly win over Notre Dame, Buckeye Nation also spent the weekend honoring the 2002 National Championship team, a team that helped propel the program to the next level.
Tonight, the head coach of that team, Jim Tressel, is taking us inside the huddle with a never-heard-before story. Here's Clay Hall.
All of us and all of you out there, thanks for putting this together so we could have a little bit of fun.
It started here on Friday night as more than half the 2002 team gathered to remember a period of time that transformed Ohio State football.
I think we were definitely part of the foundation that reignited Ohio State into what it is now. Just getting people used to winning, getting recruiting classes used to coming here and expecting to win. We got over the whole deal of, beating Michigan, because at that time we had beat them 2 times in a row. And you just had more people who wanted to be affiliated with a premier program. I think there's a lot of kids at that time. Miami was real good, and you had schools in the SEC who were real good, but there was no place like within the Midwest where you wanted to go and say, okay, I have a chance to compete nationally other than Ohio State. And the 2002 team did that, and I'm happy to be a part of it, happy to be a part of that history.
In Jim Tressel's second season, the Buckeyes advanced to the national title game, a huge underdog to powerhouse Miami. But on this night in Tempe, Arizona, that Ohio State team staked its claim to a permanent spot in the psyche of Buckeye fans and the lore of Ohio State football forever.
I talk to fans on my radio show all the time, and I still have fans call up and they, like, hey, they want to talk Browns or whatever, but they're like, hey, Dustin, thank you so much. You gave me the greatest night of my life. And
wow.
You're welcome. I didn't know that much to the fans, but it really did.
Craig Krenzel quarterbacked the 0-2 team.
Looking at this weekend, I've been excited for a month. Just more than anything, the ability to spend a few days with this group. That what people look at, what happens on the football field, what they miss is everything that happens off the field. Catch up on who's where and how many kids everybody has, and share all of our life's experiences since then. It's going to be a fantastic weekend.
We remember what it was like to build that camaraderie to make a championship team, but to actually get us back together to see where we are now, our families, the experiences of our lives. And 20 years later, this is the fan base still loves us, still cheers for us.
The head coach of the team got the ride of his life on Saturday night as the team was honored during the Notre Dame game. The reunion revealed a few news stories.
When Craig threw the interception and Maurice tackled the ball,
Sean Taylor.
Well, we learned the rest of the story that Hartsock had said to Krenzel, I need to catch a touchdown in the championship game. So he tried to force it to Hartsock, and Maurice heard him say that. He said, well, I better go make the tackle. So it was crazy.
A weekend to remember. On your side, I'm Clay Hall for The Football Fever.
Dogs in West Carrollton wrapping up summer with a day in the pool. Ahead, we take you inside the swim and play lesson. You're watching Dayton 24/7 Now News.
the Dayton 24/7 Now News app, brought to you by the Jeff Schmidt Auto Group.
The city of West Carrollton hosted its 14th annual Doggy Dive event, which was held at the Wilson Pool on South Elm. The event gives dogs and their owners a chance to swim and play in the pool before it's closed and drained for the season. Admission to the event was $5 per pet family, and all proceeds will benefit local pet rescue organizations. The city has donated more than $18,000 from the event to local groups since 2008.
I think